I'm extremely excited to welcome to the show today from Local Chiropractic Company, my friend, my buddy, Stacy Thigpen. Stacy, thanks for being with us today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a pleasure to be here, man. Thanks for inviting me.
So one of the things I want to talk to you about is one of the treatments that I've gotten at your place that's made a dramatic improvement in my life. You call it pulse. I know scientifically there's people out there that call it pulse electromagnetic frequency. I don't know how it works. I just know that before I started seeing you, my neuropathy, I was numb all the way up to my calf. Now it's just to my toes. So tell the people at home about pulsing.
Okay. I'll be more than happy to. Probably the best place to start is with a little bit of backstory. We discovered it's PEMF therapy, pulse electromagnetic fields or frequency, referred to either, PEMF for short. And we own what's called a Pulse machine. It's the manufacturer Pulse. They're out of Atlanta, Georgia. We own a machine called an XL Pro. We discovered PEMF a little over 2 years ago. My late wife was in her cancer journey, and one of the big things that she was aware she was going to encounter was neuropathy. And we encountered it, hit it head on, did the typical treatment type by taking a medication for it, and it had no effect. And she told me about PEMF therapy and something that she had discovered. She was a research addict. It was unbelievable the things that she could find or would come up with. So she discovered it, told me about it. I was like, cool, babe, whatever you want to do. So we found a machine in Austin, and we went up to a company in Austin and used that machine and had incredible results. Literally after her first treatment, she got up and went to a farmer's market and walked around with her best friends the next day, and something she'd never done before. And now we have that in our clinic. What it does is it creates what's called ATP in the cell, and that is an abbreviation for the energy that your cells use to do their job. It exposes your body to the natural frequencies that the planet Earth reproduces, which is generally between 0 to 10 hertz. And I want to preface all this before I go any further. I am not a doctor. I am a layperson. I am level 3 trained through the manufacturer, and I was married to a doctor for almost 15 years, but I am not a doctor. Again, this is from my own personal experience. That being said, we expose you to the natural frequencies of the planet Earth. It's a really comfortable way to do it. You lay down on a zero gravity bed. By zero gravity, meaning your feet are a little bit higher than your head, so it's very relaxing and comfortable. Or you sit in a recliner with an ottoman and your feet are propped up.
I know when I do it, how many times do you come in there and I'm asleep, right?
The relaxation's a big part of it,
Yeah.
especially when you get in tune with it. It's like plugging yourself in and allowing yourself to recharge. It's organic. You feel it. And yes, it's pretty wild to see a lot of people do relax. When they get done, they say they feel very chill. And as you know, when you get further in, we can do things like happy naps and stuff like that. But yes, it enables you to feel good, and in a real good way. And you kind of forget it because you're given samples of it, but it's never complete. It's always partial. But then suddenly you just get up and you feel good.
I remember the last time I left, you were looking at me and you were like, man, you look like you're full of joy. You remember that? I just remember that experience. I know that Dr. Bourdon, you believe in a lot of alternatives, not just, prescribing something. So what are your thoughts on medicine that's like this?
I absolutely love it. The issue with the pharmaceutical drugs to treat neuropathy is they have a ton of side effects. And a lot of people can't tolerate those side effects. So when I have patients and I'm treating neuropathy, I'm going to go the more holistic route, something like this, and tell people, it takes time. In just a second, I'll ask you about the treatment protocol. But again, with those side effects, how can we manage those symptoms to get you to be able to sleep at night and function better during the day? So it sounds like with this, you're not necessarily treating the cause of neuropathy. You're trying to get the symptoms under control and then bring the patient back to where they can manage their symptoms and live life without being in pain and things like that. So my question about this is, what is the treatment protocol, and is it something that has to be ongoing? It sounds like you're recharging that cell, but is there a point in which there's just a maintenance? How does that work?
Absolutely. There is a point you reach a maintenance. I wish I could say that there was a set protocol. I would probably choose the term map, in that we know we're going this direction. It may take you 5 steps to get to your spot. It may take him 10. Nevertheless, we're still headed to the same direction. Not knowing what had happened in the past, what all the body's gone through, and you're exactly correct, doctor. What we're doing is taking it from an organic approach. We're not trying to mask anything. We're trying to turn the body back on. One of the things that I learned being around this and being around chiropractic for so long is the body has the ability to heal itself. If we will be patient enough to allow it to happen, and at the same time empower it to happen by realizing it's going to need basic nutrients. It's not going to need things that mask things. It needs to feel things so that it knows how to react and what to do to overcome it. And at the same time, it is also human, so that it will get lazy. If we get lazy, it's going to go, okay, we're going to be lazy. I'll be lazy too. But if we stay, no, I'm going to toe the line, for lack of a better analogy, and follow a set of steps, and as long as I'm seeing improvement, my late wife used to use the analogy, the body heals like the stock market. There's going to be great days, there's going to be not so great days, but if we draw a line out over that, and we see that, wow, every day, even though I had a bad day, when I go back, I'm still moving up, getting better. So you can take something out of it and actually see your improvement, and not just wondering if it's happened.
I'm going to use that analogy because I say that all of the time, and people can't see who are talking, but I do this up and down curve to my patients and then tell them it's a straight line. So I love that stock market analogy. And a lot of it's just taking control of your own health. So you have to put in the work. If you want the more holistic approach and you don't just want the pharmaceutical drug that's going to have these side effects and maybe not work, then you have to take control of your own health and put the time into it also. Absolutely.
Amen.
I know that you guys you have chiropractors that work for you as well.
Yes, sir.
And that's something that your wife started. What has that journey been like for you, that continuing her mission, her purpose? What has that been like?
Incredible. First, we're blessed to live in New Braunfels. What a wonderful community. The support through all kinds of different things. It's the power the chiropractors have the ability to help people feel good again organically.
Right.
And that's a word, I don't know if I'm using a proper term there, but that's what I choose to use.
Sure.
And again, the body has the ability to heal itself. There's things that we do to ourselves through, you got 10 toes, 10 fingers, 2 arms, 2 legs, everything moves, but now we're in a society that sits.
Right.
We're not designed to do that. We're designed to move. So there's some things, then you don't have good ergonomics, and then that brings other things into play. Gravity, all these different things can put strains on the body, and you can't take a pill to fix it. It's something that someone has to lay hands. And a chiropractic means laying hands, and they remove subluxations from the spine. So every signal that comes out anywhere in the body has got to go through the spine to get to its destination.
Sure.
They have the ability to remove kinks in the hose, for lack of a better analogy. So you're in the front yard. Stacy, turn the water on. Man, I've got it on. Turn it on. It's on full blast.
Right.
Brother, I'm yelling at you. The water hose is on. And that's what your body's doing, because your brain's asking a part of the body to do something. It can't. Then you get pain or discomfort. So now you're at dis-ease, a.k.a. disease.
Okay.
So there's different ways to approach that.
I love that analogy. So there's basically like a kink in your system as a chiropractor. What you're doing is trying to open that hose up, right? Get that flow going.
Exactly. And the flow is the electronic signal, again, the frequency.
Okay.
that the body communicates with. And then the information can transfer, things can happen, because the body will go into a protection mechanism. The body will guard itself. If the body were a machine, a lot of us wouldn't go to work.
Sure, absolutely.
We'd start to get up in the morning and hear tick, 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 tick. It ain't going to start. But this wonderful thing, your brain says, get up. Up you get. I hurt. Go brush your teeth. I hurt. Go brush your teeth.
Right.
You're in the bathroom brushing your teeth, even though the body's saying, hey, I hurt.
Absolutely. So the folks at home that want to reach out to you guys to set up an appointment or find out more about the practice, pulsing, or any of the other services that you guys offer, tell us about, I know you guys have an introductory offer, and then tell us how they can contact the office.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. First off, we're open Monday through Thursday from 9 to 6. We take lunches from 1 to 2. And Fridays, we're open 9 to 1. And we're open every other Saturday, 9 to 1. We're a walk-in clinic, so there's no appointments required. All you've got to do is walk in. You can contact us via phone or via our website, which is localchiropracticco.com.
Stacy, I love you. Thanks for being with us.
Absolutely glad to be here. Thank you for having me. Nice to meet you, Doc.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you for being here.